The First War of Indian Independence, 1857 AD. In this capsule, let us study about the eruption of the revolt, reasons for the failure of mutiny and its consequences. Students, now let us learn about the eruption of the revolt. The British gave new rifles to the Indian soldiers known as Royal Enfield. A rumor was spread that the cartridges were smeared with the fat from cows and pigs. The cow was holy to the Hindus, while the pig was banned for the Muslims. The rumor which spread in the Bharatpur regiment led to discontentment among the soldiers. When the soldiers were ordered to bite the cartridge, they refused and revolted against the higher officers. A soldier by name Mangal Pandey shot an officer of the British. So, he was arrested and hanged. The Indian soldiers in Meerut were also ordered to use the cartridges. They refused to do so. The British arrested the Indian soldiers and they were imprisoned. Because of this, the revolt started in Meerut also. The rebels broke the prisons and freed the soldiers. The rebels reached Delhi from Meerut. They seized the Red Fort and declared the Mughal king Bahadur Shah II as the Emperor of India. The revolt spread to Delhi, Kanpur and Jhansi. In Kanpur, Nana Sahib, along with his commander Tatya Tope, fought against the British and lost Kanpur. Later, Lucknow was also captured by the British. Jhansi Rani Laxmi Bai tied her adopted son to her back and fought against the British, opposing the doctrine of lapse, and captured Gwalior. Again, she fought with the British bravely and died in the battlefield. A British soldier has described her as very brave. Similarly, due to many reasons, the First War of Indian Independence, which started in 1857, failed. Students, now let us learn about the reasons for the failure of the revolt. This revolt did not spread to the whole of India. This revolt was limited for the well-being of the sepoys and the kings. This revolt did not have a specific aim and happened spontaneously. There was no unity among the Indian sepoys. There was no proper leadership and guidance. There was a lack of training and discipline. There were kings who were loyal to the British and therefore did not support the sepoys. Common people lost faith in the sepoys as they indulged in looting and dacoities. Due to all these reasons, the First War of Indian Independence was a failure. Students, now let us learn about the consequences of the First War of Indian Independence. The rule of the East India Company came to an end and the administration was taken over by the Queen of England. The administrative responsibility was handed over to the Secretary of Indian Affairs in the British Parliament. In 1858 AD, the Queen made a declaration and promised to grant a stable government to India. This declaration safeguarded the rights of the people, and this has been described as the Magna Carta. It aimed to drop the regional expansion plans and to treating everyone equal in front of the law. The British realized that they could rule peacefully only if they won the confidence of the Indians. This revolt helped in expressing nationalism and the doctrine of lapse was withdrawn. The 1857 mutiny paved the way for the freedom movement. The people began to think in terms of constitutional and non-violent ways to fight for freedom. The 1857 First War of Indian Independence saw many failures and consequences. Students, complete this crossword. Fill in the blanks from left to right and top to bottom. Left to right, 1. One who introduced doctrine of lapse. 4. Soldier who killed British officer. 6. Queen of Jhansi. Top to bottom, 2. The first war of Indian independence is called as 3. Sacred animal for Hindus. 5. Commander of Nana Sahib. 7. Promise from the Queen of England to safeguard the rights of the people. Answer. Left to right. 1. One who introduced doctrine of lapse was Dalhousie. 4. Soldier who killed a British officer was Mangal Pandey. 6. Queen of Jhansi was Laxmi Bai. Top to bottom. 2. The first war of Indian independence is called as Sepoy Mutiny. 3. Sacred animal for Hindus is cow. 5. Commander of Nana Sahib was Tatya Tope. 7. Promise from the Queen of England to safeguard the rights of the people is known as Magna Carta. Now it's time to think and answer. The rifle given by the British to the sepoys was dash. Answer. Royal Enfield. Under the First War of Indian Independence, we have studied about the eruption of the revolt, reasons for the failure of the mutiny and its consequences. Important questions. What was the immediate reason for the Indian independence struggle? What were the reasons for the failure of the Indian independence struggle? What were the consequences of the struggle? Important keywords of this capsule are Magna Carta, the promise from the Queen of England to safeguard the rights of the people. Royal Enfield, rifle given by the British to soldiers. Cartridges, bullets used in rifles. Here's an activity. List out the activities of the soldiers. Stage a play on Jhansi Rani Laxmi Bai, who fought for freedom. Thank you.